Hello, it's me, Wayne Goodchild. You already knew that. What you didn't know was that I'm absolutely knackered because I've just been in a massive rush. I thought I was going to miss my flight and get trapped here in Puerto Rico. But that's not happening, and even if it did happen, it wouldn't be the worst thing because this is a beautiful island, and I'll prove it by showing you some things I have seen and experienced whilst here. Beach! Massive horse! Stormy mountains! Boats! Fun chicken! Fish! An abandoned sugar mill. Coastal breeze. Mint julep. A giant bulldog wearing a sweater with no trousers. Abandoned building. Horse. A bioluminescent bay. And it might be too dark to see. We'll find out in a minute. I'm going to break from tradition now and also ruin the #1 rule of storytelling, and I'm going to tell you and show you what happened because understandably it was too dark out there. You get on the boat, you go out into the bay, so you're out in the sea. The stars are beautiful because there's no light pollution. A chap jumps into the water and all these microorganisms are lighting up like fireflies in the fireflies but in the sea. So a guy brings a bucket onto the boat and you can swish around and make it light up there. So it's $10, this all this, but it does now mean that we have like a small village worth of dead microorganisms on our hands. So that's what you could do if you come here and do this. Don't be alarmed, this is a voiceover because this is a special report after all. Now, when Puerto Rico was hit by Hurricane Maria in September 2017, a large chunk of the island's 78 municipalities were affected. Some places were worse hit than others, with damage ranging from uprooted vegetation to demolished homes. In my time there, I saw houses and a car that had literally been flattened by trees. The electricity was, and in some places still is, only available in main commercial districts. This power outage also extends to street and traffic lights, which weren't and aren't working at all in most places, so you can imagine how dangerous this makes driving in certain areas, especially along the motorways at night. However, as I travel around the island, what was most noticeable is how green it is. After the hurricane wiped out or otherwise destroyed entire sections of forest, it's very clear that nature is bouncing back with surprising speed. The Puerto Ricans themselves, however, are still in the process of bouncing back, as out of everyone who needed help after Hurricane Maria, only around 30% of them got the actual help they needed. Others got blue tarpaulin to fix the gaping holes in their buildings, which obviously is more of a slap in the face than a decent helping hand. For example, tarpaulin isn't going to do much for the residents of Catania, who had their entire town decimated by the hurricane, leaving approximately 60% of the population homeless. At the moment, a black and white version of the Puerto Rico flag is now a common sight, signaling sadness and mourning. But in contrast to this, there are also the phrases "se fuerte" and "se levanta," which effectively mean stronger together and rises. These mottos are everywhere, from huge billboards outside shopping centres to the side of drink cans. And despite the tragedy of Maria, everybody I met was super nice and friendly, and I was made to feel welcome by all of them. They were worried I wouldn't like Puerto Rico, but it's known as the Island of Enchantment for a reason, and I was definitely enchanted. Not just by the people, but also by the beautiful beaches and interesting landscape. But that's enough out of me. Now back to some more things I saw and experienced whilst there, including beautiful scenery. University of Puerto Rico, Recinto de Mayagüez. Abandoned houses. Toilet. Chairs. Sunset over the sea. Lizard. Modern art. Modern art. Rooster. Modern art. It's quiet now, it's been watched. Ginormous cube. restaurant once frequented by President Obama. A disused mortar. A giant pineapple. Free falling elves. An amphitheatre. An insane amount of ants. This is Lena. It's a traditional Puerto Rican activity which they used to use to spread news through song. Karaoke bus! If you could see this, I promise it would be one of the most beautiful night skies you've ever seen. Minus the fact that there's pop music blaring at you. If you've ever wondered, A, who would have put Home Alone 3 as part of their in-flight entertainment, and B, who would actually watch that, then the answers are A, Abby Anchor, and B, this guy. Oh.